11 years of your income in a single day. Who would like to make 11 years of their income in a single day? Yes? I was using a lot of leverage and delivering a lot more value than when I was a security guard. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, great. By the way, this will all make sense. I'll give you examples of how you can add more value and use more leverage. Here, do you remember I said it was simple? Do you remember I said it was simple? Yes?
Yes.
Extremely, extremely simple. This is my entire business model. Would you like to learn how I make money?
Yes.
Okay, good. Here's how I do it. I drive traffic to an opt-in page, a simple page which says this: put in your name and email address and you'll get a free DVD. Then, automatically, their names and email addresses go into my database. I use a little tool called getresponse.com. It costs me $147 a year. $147 a year, and I have unlimited mailing lists, unlimited everything with getresponse.com. So they opt in, they're added to my mailing list. Then whilst I'm on the beach, whilst I'm asleep, whilst I'm traveling, whilst I'm here talking to you, getresponse.com automatically sends out emails. Yes, I've pre-programmed the emails. I went in and just logged in and said, yeah, here's the emails I want. So first email says, hi, this is what I do, etc., etc. Next email says, well, the first 4, 6th email, it's like, hey, I have this home study course for £297. Then the next email, maybe a week later, by the way, I've got this course. It's a 3-day course for £1,497. And not everybody buys them, but a good proportion. Now, this is sales that are happening automatically whilst I sleep, whilst I'm having fun, whilst I'm doing other things. Then, another thing, I have this cash machine web business. It's an automated web business. It's £2,497. Not everybody buys, but if they want to buy it, they just click and they buy it, and that's it. I don't have to deal with it. They just take care, it's just automated, basically. They do it, it's taken care of from there. Next one, mentoring program, 3997, etc., product licenses. All of this is basically my business in a nutshell. All I need to do is drive traffic to that opt-in page. Does that make sense? Yes? What I've just shown you is making me £20,000 to £150,000 a month. Is it simple? Opt-in page and then emails that lead people to another, maybe a dozen other websites. That's my entire business right there. Now you might be asking yourself, okay, but Mark, you must be spending a lot of money driving traffic to your sites. We'd like to know how much money I spend every month driving traffic to my sites to do £20,000 to £150,000 a month. Zero. I use one strategy a lot. I use a few other ones as well, but one strategy a lot called joint ventures, JVs. A year and a half ago, I asked my assistant, Joanna, go onto the internet, find me 500 people that sell to my target market. Basically, people who are looking for internet marketing, wealth creation, business advice, etc., etc. She found me. We now have about 464 joint venture partners. I emailed them or send them a letter. Actually, I sent them 3 letters to introduce myself, and they say, by the way, I have this mailing list. I've built up this mailing list. I have about 10,000 people on my list. Now 22,000 now. But I have 10,000 people on my list a year and a half ago. And if I'll email my list for you if you email your list for me. So I have this little list of 10,000 people. And I then did 20 JVs. So I leveraged my existing list how many times? 20 times. To reach something like 500,000 people. That built up my list even more and even faster. Does that make sense? How much did it cost me? 0. And I still do it all the time. From time to time, we do joint ventures, get every month, and we get more traffic this way. So this is my business in a nutshell. Is this useful so far? Good. Getresponse.com, just email marketing, turnkey email marketing service. This is what I use. Highly, highly recommended. People ask me, should I use this one or that one? I recommend getresponse.com. Millionaire secret number 6, get a mentor. I attended a seminar 6 months ago in London, and I sat at the back, pretty content with myself. I'll be honest. I was sitting at the back, kind of smug, because I'd had a very good year in 2008. It was I worked 6 months that year, made tons of money, and I was thinking, yeah, I'm pretty good. And this guy came onto the stage. His name is Raymond Aaron, and he said, your best thinking has got you exactly where you are today. Your best thinking. And I looked at him at the back, and I thought to myself, oh my God, I've hit a plateau. I'm okay, but all my friends are doing 700,000 pounds, £1 million, $500,000 a month. And I hang out with these people, and I learn a lot from them, but I'm thinking, bloody hell, they're going to kick me out any moment now, because I'm only making like this. Compared to them, I'm making like this much, okay? So it kind of makes me feel uncomfortable. It makes me want to go for the next level. Somebody said we want growth. We all want growth, right? So you'll find it naturally. It doesn't matter what level you are financially. And there's people here, I'm sure there are millionaires in this room. You always want to go to the next level, and that's why you're here. You want to learn how to get to the next level. So anyway, he said this, without a mentor, your very best thinking has got to be exactly where you are today. Do you know what I did straight away that same day? I went out seeking mentors. People who were doing $500,000, $1 million a month. Now, you might be sitting there thinking to yourself, $1 million a month? Come on. How can you make $1 million a month? I now have 5 mentors that make more than $500,000 a month anyway. 5 of them. And whenever I sit with them, I realize their mindset is nowhere near where I'm at. My mindset is somewhere here. They're like way out. They think completely differently to me. I think completely differently to me back when I was a security guard. But it's just a totally radically different mindset. So, and I was being interviewed recently, like maybe 4 or 5 months ago. And this guy, I think his name was Ben, he says, Mark, I followed your progress over the last few years, and it's amazing to me how quickly, you got into ebooks and very quickly was successful. And you got into seminars and very quickly you had like big seminars and all that stuff. And then you did this and very quickly you made 500,000 sales in that thing. And I listened to him and I thought to myself, what he just said made no sense to me because it wasn't like, oh my God, it was incredible that I did this. It was guaranteed that I was going to succeed in those areas. Because all that I did was I copied a successful formula from my mentors. Does that make sense? Yes. I have never tried to reinvent the wheel. I have about 24 mentoring clients, and every one of them has tried to reinvent the wheel. They join my mentoring program and say, Mark, here are my ideas, this new thing, this different thing, this unique thing, etc., etc., etc. Almost about 8 times, 9 times out of 10, I've got to shoot down their ideas. They've spent a lot of money on internet marketing, business, or coming to seminars, but they don't have that commercial acuity where they know yet how, what sells, what doesn't sell, what makes money, what doesn't make money. And they're trying to reinvent the wheel. I just tell them, no. All you need to do is find one good success formula that you can just model, that you can replicate, that you can copy. Copy your way to $1 million. My ebook strategy, I just copied word for word what Francis told me to do. My seminar business, we had 30 people. One day in the room, we had 30 people. Then like 3 months later, we had 1,000 people in the room. People couldn't believe it. They're like, what just happened here? All I did was copied a successful formula from my seminar mentor, Warren. Then with DVDs, I copied formula of Jamie McIntyre. Very, very simple. I knew it was going to be successful before I even started because I was just following in the footsteps of success. I hope this makes sense because right now, is this useful? Yes. It's crazy today. Armin Morin, he says, why reinvent the wheel? This is something I wish my dad had known 20 years ago, 15 years ago. He started a newspaper thinking, he was a journalist, he'll know what to do. Hopeless, completely hopeless. Almost lost the house. I started telling you this story. Yeah, started telling you the story. I'll complete the story about my